we were just trying to focus on the areas that were important to us, our plans, our roles, and the performance across the board was a very, very good one on a surface that I thought was a good balance between bat and ball. And the guys, especially this morning, it's kind of hard to, was it this morning? This morning with the late starts, but put the ball in the right area and wasn't sort of the wind we usually expect here in Wellington, and got a little bit of shape and sort of created opportunities. So a fantastic effort, a really special effort with the ball, and some really handy contributions with the bat as well. So a really good all-round. Just from, in some ways, parking some of the previous experiences and trying to just come back to what's really important to us playing good cricket here, and that's always the challenge. I think we know that this game is an interesting one, and you certainly have good days and bad days, but guys came back into the whites with the red ball, and we're really focused on the areas that were important to moving this team forward, and that was the most pleasing thing about this performance. But the challenge is there in front of us, and we know that come Christchurch we'll have to be on our game again, because India are obviously #1 in the world for a reason, and they've had success all around the world. So a really brilliant all-round game for us, but a good step in the right direction as well. So important that we enjoy this, but also move our focus to Christchurch. It was challenging throughout, and you always expect that against an Indian bowling attack that they have, which is a superb fast bowling attack. So we knew it was going to be a challenge, and we wanted to try and create partnerships throughout on a surface that you never sort of felt like you were in terms of previously coming to the Basin, where it'd be a day and a half, and then the wicket would become quite docile and very batter friendly. So like I say, it was a good balance between bat and ball, but the middle lower order partnerships were really, really important to get that sort of 150-ish lead. Actually, it was more than that, I think, a little bit more in the end, we sort of had 150 in mind, and then Trent played a nice cameo, which was very helpful. But all those lower order runs, and we've seen it on a number of occasions from all different teams, how important they can be, and obviously without those and having to chase perhaps something similar in the last innings, obviously would have been something quite challenging. So really important.
You're playing in conditions that you're used to, and you've played a lot of cricket at. It's a little bit more comfortable, I guess, when some of the Indian guys are coming from conditions that are foreign to them. So it's for us, it's coming back to conditions and grounds that we've played some very good cricket at over a number of years now. So I guess the guys sort of know what to expect when you turn up to the Basin and Hagley, which I guess goes all around the world. You turn up in home conditions, you should have more of an understanding than the opposition.
Well, to be honest, I actually didn't think it was overly effective out here, and it wasn't until we changed back to our initial plan of trying to put the ball in the right area, whilst using the change of length as the wicket improved a little bit from a batting perspective, was actually when we were creating more opportunities. So we tried doing things a little bit differently, but like I say, the best part of the bowling performance was the ability to put the ball in an area that creates the most opportunity for dismissals, which brings in LBW bowl caught behind, which we saw again today with the use of the change of length to assist that. So naturally, you're always trying to come up with creative ideas if the wicket does flatten out, but like Tim mentioned, and as we saw throughout this whole match, there was enough there to keep you interested, and there wasn't as much wind as we're used to, so the ball was able to perhaps straighten and make things a little bit challenging. So I think it was in a lot of ways really pleasing with the execution in a good area. That was the most effective part of the bowling performance.
Obviously Neil's a great exponent of it, and has been for a long period of time, and I guess it's about trying things, as Kane said, when the game's sort of sitting in the balance and sort of not a lot's happening. It's been about, as a bowling unit, buying into what the team needs at the time, and being willing to try things, and looking at ways to try and, I guess, either break the momentum of the batting side, or trying to pick up a wicket so you can go back to your role and doing what we do very well.
Yeah, Kyle was brilliant in his debut, and I think we've seen in the white ball format as well, where his ability to contribute in so many different areas, and obviously that slight unique part to his game where he's coming from a different height and creating quite a lot of bounce, and no doubt Neil will be pretty excited to get back with the team as well. So it's been really handy. Obviously Matt Henry with us as well, who's been a really good performer for the team. So I suppose when you reflect back from the last few weeks where we had so many fast bowlers with injury, it's great that they're all kind of fit coming back into the fold, and you sort of feel like there is that element of depth to that fast bowling, which we always thought we had until we had about 4 or 5 injuries.